Hi everyone, my name is Haley Best, and I hope you are all staying happy, healthy, safe, entertained. I know with everything going on right now, it's a little bit hectic and it's a little bit confusing, but today I wanted to talk to you guys about medical marijuana. So I'm sure if I asked how many of you guys have smoked weed or gotten high, I guarantee at least half of you would raise your hand. Whether it was for your anxiety, depression, back pain, or simply because you were looking for a good time, I guarantee that you or somebody you know has smoked weed. The point is, a lot of people do it. I believe that despite having a bad rep in school and the workplace, I do think that marijuana does have its pros. And I believe that medical marijuana should be legal all over. Many people have found medical marijuana useful, specifically those with cancer. Almost all states allow people with cancer to use medical cannabis to alleviate the pain that comes with not only the cancer itself, but the symptoms related to the radiation and the chemotherapy. Not only that, but people with PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder have also used medical marijuana to combat the existing symptoms. A lot of military veterans actually advocate it due to the high risk of having PTSD from working in the military. But even if you have or haven't smoked or consumed marijuana, you may be asking yourself why. And I'll tell you. Cannabis often has a very calming or soothing effect, which people often find enjoyable, whether you do use it recreationally or medically. Medical marijuana has always been a very controversial topic. Many people have concerns because there is no real regulation or standard in the quality of the product. According to Skywood Recovery, there are honestly very few guidelines when it comes to exactly how the plant must be raised in order for dispensaries to sell the drug, meaning the bud can have various levels of THC. But however, typically if you do buy from a dispensary, they'll give you the percentages when buying, but like from an outside dealer, you do have to be a bit more cautious and careful if you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. But if taken with caution and correctly, you might have a wonderful experience whether you are using it for medical reasons or not. I believe that medical marijuana is a good tool to utilize because although marijuana usage may have negative side effects, the good oftentimes outweighs the bad. And by bad, I mean some might have a anxious high or they're feeling a little bit too tired, but mainly one of the worst symptoms that I would say comes from marijuana would be anxiety. But like I said, most time the good does outweigh the bad, especially in cases for people with, say, eating disorders, as the marijuana side effect of having, as they say, the munchies or just being very hungry can help those with eating disorders. And that would be an example of the good often outweighing the bad. So marijuana does help alleviate pain both physically and mentally in a sense. By making marijuana legal for both medical and recreational use, we would eliminate false criminalization and help those who truly do use the plant for medical use. A lot of times people are arrested or have a lot of drug charges for possession of marijuana, but by legalizing it, we would eliminate that and therefore eliminate people being wrongfully criminalized. So medical marijuana has been heavily discussed for years. I remember doing a project on it when I was a freshman in high school, which was 4 years ago. So as you can tell, just by that alone, it is something that is not taken lightly. A lot of people are very back and forth on it. Some may argue against it, and some may have no opinion at all. But I believe that medical marijuana should be legal because not only does it help those with mental and physical conditions, but it can also help the state and the federal government receive more funds from taxes that could potentially go towards building new schools, new roads, and so many more different things. So overall, I do believe that medical marijuana would benefit society as a whole with its legalization. Thank you.